G'day ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Some of you might be able to hear me, some of you might struggle. I don't know. I'm on the internet, so I can't work out what's going. Loud and clear. Fabulous. Well, as you can read there, due to these issues, obviously we don't want them to continue. Once the scheduled webinars, which is, I think we've got January and February already booked in, once those ones have finished, I'll just do the recording without you guys live online. So if you've got any issues you want me to discuss, I'm more than happy to do that. If you email me, I'll reply to those queries as well as doing an analysis as normal. That's obviously if K2A's email server continues to work. It's been down for 2 days, so I haven't had access to emails, so I don't know what you sent me or what you want me to look at. Well, I do apologise about that. There's nothing I can do about that. So, yeah. Anyway, we'll have a look at that. I'll obviously this is all recording, so you can review that email once it comes out, or the video once it comes out. So we'll start at the top because I don't have from March onwards. What time will they be on? It'll be the same time. I'll record them around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock Sydney time, and post them. It takes about an hour for them to upload onto YouTube, so it'll come out around the same time. So you can still go to the gym and have breakfast and drop the kids off at school before that comes along. Because I don't have any emails to review, I'll just go through the charts and what we see. I did see one email earlier in the week. Someone was querying as to the difference between the clients or you guys, prop traders, analysis and mine. I don't. I can't remember if that person had actually set the course yet, but as I've said in the course, until you know it off by heart, you should be doing the checklist and going through them point by point. I obviously am aware of the rules and follow those rules diligently, and I don't need to go through them one by one. I expect you guys to do so, especially if your account's going backwards and we need to review your trading. I expect to see screenshots of each trade you take, so we can review the trade and see if you're sticking to the rules, or if you are sticking to the rules, what's going on, and perhaps there's a perception of the rule that is not quite there yet. I also, as soon as I open a chart, I can, having done it for 20 years now, I can also see what's where and what's available and what I'm looking at. For example, this Aussie dollar is just going sideways. You can see here 89 cents is a support resistance line, and it has only had, since mid-December, only had a few days where it hasn't actually touched that. So it's just going sideways. So I've got no interest in trading that. When I first open up a chart, I will look to see where it is in relation to the 50 EMA. Is it in phase 1 or phase 2? You're going to do that to me. From March, China has become first country to sell 20 million vehicles in 1 year. I'm not in Bali yet, but thank you for that, broadband. Okay, so as I was saying, I can immediately open up a chart and go, well, where is price in relation to the 50 EMA, which is this orange one here. So we can see it's phase 1, phase 2, and now price is back here. Is it going to do a new phase 1 down? So therefore I need to do the trend continuation checklist, and we're not doing looking for a phase 1 long yet because we haven't seen a complete cycle, phase 1, phase 2, above the EMA. So that's, and it also hasn't broken these previous highs here. So at this stage, we're still in a downtrend. And whilst there's no sign of sellers just yet, not interested in that for this, at this stage. Okay. Aussie Swiss, I am interested in this, and as you can see, I've placed an order here to go short. You can see there that's where my entry order is. My stop loss is just above those previous highs, and I've got a 2 times target at this stage on these previous lows here. There's also, if we go into the weekly chart, there's a previous low back here somewhere. It's a previous lows. It was a previous low somewhere across here. This one, which was my resistance line that the price has rejected. Okay, so that low there. So I do like this. I'm looking to get into it under the 5 pips underneath the low of this bar. So we can see here phase 1, phase 2, and we're looking for a new phase 1 back down again. Aussie yen, we can clearly see that the moving averages, the 50 and the 200, are sideways, i.e. we're in a range or just going nowhere. Price is just fart-arsing about either side of the 50 EMA, and our momentum indicator is sitting in the middle there. Literally toss a coin as to which way this is going, and I'd rather not be sort of gambling like that. I want to be making an informed decision, and you got low test bar, high test bar, low test bar. It's just choppy and zero interest. Aussie Kiwi, we do have divergence here. A low test bar off a previous low. You know, this has been a tricky one to trade. Every time we've seen that kind of opportunity, we've been handed a slacking. But those of you who are looking to trade this as a phase 2, you really will struggle to get the 2s here. You might have to add the 2.272 onto it and see if that comes in there. If we look at the monthly, we have a previous low off that. Yeah, it's not quite at support yet. There's no divergence of this move just yet, but there is divergence from that low to this low. So it's a pretty weak setup for my mind. Aussie Sing, I think some of you guys may have traded this. We were looking at this earlier in the week. Again, like the Aussie Swiss, you got a phase 1, phase 2, looking for a new phase 1 down. Didn't get to the 50, but it's certainly the 382 is reacting to it. And if we look at the weekly, say there is a sort of support around here at $1.13 some. In that area there is your horizontal resistance. So some of you may have traded that or be looking to trade it. If you go down to the 4 hour, there might be a little opportunity on the 4 hour instead of the daily. And then another ring. I see more sellers here. You've got high test, high test, high test. Oh, sorry, low test, low test, low test. The buyers dominating in the all sort of 4 or 5 bars here. You need to see more selling before you take that one. Aussie dollar, again, I don't like it. It's just going nowhere against the US, so I'd rather stay away from that. Aussie Kiwi short. Should you be worried? Well, you'd have it above this stop, this bar, wherever that is, tomorrow morning. Excuse me. You'd have your stop loss above that because, yes, you know, it's a minor support level, a previous low, and there is that divergence. So if you are short, you'd be starting to look to close out of your trade. CAD Swiss. Again, I didn't take this one, but for no particular reason. I just I should have been in it and I didn't. It was my mistake in not trading this, but these are the ones that is going to continue to make money. It's made money for us before. We can see it's rejected that previous high, rejected the 50 EMA, rejected the 50 fib, set up perfectly for everything there. The CAD is continuing to weaken. The CAD is continuing to weaken across all currency pairs. So this would have been an ideal one to trade. Unfortunately, I'm not in it, and it's too late now for everybody. So that's not that. Good luck to those who are in it. You've got a large seller bar here. No real reason yet to move your stop, but you might have one tomorrow morning if this is a lower low, lower high. CAD yen. CAD yen has been trending up nicely, sort of back in that range now. It was in this range for a while. It's a nice test to the 50 EMA. I'm not sure if there's a support level there. $618. If you can get a horizontal level, there's your horizontal level. If price can get back above that, there's not much else in there. There's, you know, you could make one across here, but I think price really got to that. It's way down here. It's a very soft horizontal, that one there. It's very soft. It's this low here. It's a soft one. You've got a high there, a low there, a couple of highs here, but it's quite a soft horizontal, but it's a horizontal. So if we get turnaround, I can't see that happening now. CAD is going to continue to weaken, so I can't see that happening, and there's not a cycle underneath the 50 EMA yet for us to take a trade. Swiss yen, again, it's sort of in the middle of nowhere. There's no horizontal level that we can see, or I know this chart pretty well. The horizontal level is at 1630, so it's underneath that. And I say 1630 because it's, well, I can't even go back that far, but way back there's horizontal there, and there's no horizontal here, so it's not really in an area that I'd want to trade at it just yet. Euro Aussie. This is a bit like the Aussie Swiss, which I'm looking to trade. It's similar to it because it's effectively the same code we've been doing the Euro and the Swiss. Again, if you prefer this one, it's only off the 382. As you can see, a nice test of it there, and it's bounced off it. You'll be looking to go in above the high of this bar and you stop there, which means you need a decent reward out of it because that's going to be 200 plus pip stop. 250. It's quite a large stop. Could go down to the 4 hour and see what's going on there. Again, there's nothing, sellers, sellers, sellers. There's nothing there to indicate an entry just yet. But there's a good trend there, and that most likely continue. It may come back and test the 50 EMA and the 50 before it does. But bearish Aussie, bearish Euro too, but more bearish Aussie. CAD Swiss, or this one, same trade. Excuse me. Exactly the same trade. Well, not exactly the same trade, but close enough. So you got that bounce off the horizontal level. You've got your test to the 50 EM, 50 fib and the 50 EMA. Everything's there set up for trade. Again, this one was quite a large stop of over 200 pips. That's why I didn't take this one. I was preferring the CAD Swiss because the stop was smaller. Euro Swiss. Again, it's looking like it's doing a phase 2, and would you trade it? No, it hasn't done the cycle above that 50 EMA yet. It needs to complete that before we start trading this. Euro pound is towards the end of phase 1, not quite there yet, and therefore no interest in this at this point. It's only just gone through the previous low. But being bullish pound as I am, and bearish euro, I'm long and in profit. Should I be worried that the euro weekly chart looks like the euro wants to head short? Well, the euro does want to head short. Well, Euro Aussie. As I said, I'm bearish euro and I'm bearish Aussie, and I'm bearish CAD. But I think the Aussie will underperform the euro, and so this one should be fine. You're long this, is that right? Long. Yeah. I wouldn't get worried just yet, but I'd be keeping an eagle eye on it. I said euro pound, not interested. Euro yen, like the Swiss yen, just not. There's no Fibonacci support. Not that we need that, but you do need a horizontal level. So make sure you do your analysis. There's a horizontal level for you. That's way down here. Yeah, there's nothing. You might get a horizontal, a minor horizontal across here at 141 effectively. So there's nothing there to suggest that the market's going to continue to rally unless there's a fundamental shift on the yen. So Euro Kiwi. Do you consider that a cycle underneath? Yes, you possibly could. Would you prefer to be short Kiwi or long Kiwi? Oh, look at the weekly, and that's just a mess. With the 200 flatlining now. 50 EMA is not far behind it. Really, sellers, big sellers. 2 days of buying, and now we've got selling again. You could argue that there's, got that cycle underneath the 50 EMA, and you could take this short on Monday. Or on Tuesday, if you get a lower high, lower low on Monday. I'm not exactly convinced of that. This one again is sitting in the middle of nowhere at this stage, the euro, and you haven't done a cycle underneath. I can't see it getting strong enough to do a head back up again. So I'd need to wait and see a cycle underneath before taking this short. I do think it will go short. Pound Aussie. Not sure if you guys got into this off the 20 EMA. I think some of you were looking to do so. But yeah, can't have fib, so you need to have a horizontal of some description. Yeah. Nothing there just yet. Being bullish pound and bearish Aussie, I think this will be a good trade. Has been for some time now. No reason why that's going to stop. So I can see. Pound Aussie stop is, could I move it to 81.20 or is that too close given non-farm? Pound Aussie is not going to get that excited on non-farm payrolls, but you got $82.10. Yeah, you should have it around here, underneath these lows here. If you're long from down here somewhere, yeah, have it underneath these lows here for sure. But non-farm payrolls is not going to affect the Pound Aussie. Too far away from the EMA for a phase one trend continuation. Are we, or could we say you're getting towards the end of phase 2? Yes, you could, but there's no sign of selling or major selling yet, and there's no divergence in your momentum indicator. Same, no diversion in the momentum indicator at this point in time, and I wouldn't say that you're at your extension yet. I've been looking at this one. I've been looking at this one, trying to get in on this because I am bearish, very bearish yen out of all of the currency pairs, except for maybe the CAD, and I'm reasonably bullish the pound. You've got no resistance until you get up here, and support, well, you could say these highs, yeah, these lows, maybe even this high here. If you're cycling along the 20, there's your, your Fibonacci. Need to go through your checklist, guys, before you take this one, but I do like that. Pound Kiwi, I mean, yesterday on the top of this bar, as you can see, my stop's underneath that. Cycle 1, cycle 2, looking for cycle 3. I think I did have a target on this up there, but that's 3 times my risk. Be nice to get that, but we'll have to obviously wait and see. You've got a support level off this low here. Oh, sorry, this high here. Let me just put that on. Fibonacci, I think it was the 786 fib. Yep, 786 support, 50 EMA support. A buying bar here, and so the trade was yesterday. Why is the spread so large with the pound kiwi? Because it's an exotic. The spread is 8 pips. That's a bit nasty. But if you're targeting 300 pips, then what's 16 pips, 8 in, 8 out? But it is inhibiting for your smaller trades, and the spread is because not many people trade it. There's not that much call for the shifts of Kiwi dollars and pounds. This one is the only one that's doing any well. That's very good English, isn't it? This one's the only one that's doing very well against the greenback. The greenback's getting stronger and stronger as the talk of tapering continues. So the 618 there. Similar to the pound yen. I like this. I'd like to get long it, but there's just nothing there for me at this point. Might have to go down time frames. And there's nothing there either. So you just have to be patient. It's nice cycles along the 20 EMA, but it's about time it touched the 50. Certainly got divergence there. If you're looking to short this, so far ago that you can see it's certainly in the sell zone. Would be bearish Kiwi, more bearish the yen, so this is probably just tracked sideways like it has so far. Boring, moving along. There's zero interest there. Look at the moving averages, they've got freaking nothing. As I said, the CAD is, the loonie is very bearish. This one's way out there, but should be in its extension zone. You can see that it's up there. There's no opportunity for a long trade, and there's no divergence, so there's nothing for a short trade yet either. Dollar Swiss, similarly, no divergence, so I'm not taking this short, but I'm possibly looking for a long if it bounces off the 50 EMA. Dollar yen, all these orders are trading for another purpose. It's not prop trading. But there's not much going on at this point in time. It's really sort of going nowhere at this stage, isn't it? Doji bar, and a test bar. Dollar Sing. Similarly, there's, I suppose you could say divergence from this high to that high. If you're looking to take this short, certainly the sellers are stepping in. We've got the resistance there. Is there another horizontal? Not exactly strong, but it is a horizontal level that it's rejecting. So you could potentially trade this back down if you're bearish the US dollar. And say yes, there is divergence there. Maybe I'm long this at the moment. Probably pull the stop up actually. And like the CAD, too far gone, no divergence, and there's no trade south. Oh, dollar yen, if you're the dollar yen, if you're in it, and we've got non-farm payrolls tonight, so 103.50. If it gets to 103.50, you don't want to be in it for sure. You probably even have it underneath that, so that's 103.90, so 103.70 or something like that. It'd have to be pretty nasty jobs number, i.e., it's around 100,000 or less, for you to get stopped out at 103.50, I would suggest. And what's the likelihood of that happening? Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's I'll do that. As I said, put these up on YouTube. We'll continue to do them throughout January and February. The sound is good for some and not so good for others. So after February, I'll do them just recording only, because I don't know what's wrong with the internet or my headset. But you guys are obviously having problems. Not all of you, but just some of you. So that's it for the day. This will be up on YouTube in some, an hour or so. But you have a lovely weekend, and I'll chat to you on Monday.